Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Thornton Farm. Today we're going to be spreading some compost. We got lots and lots of compost. We got to spread it all over the field today. Get up to, is it field 15? Field 12? Whichever field had the crop in it. We're going to spread some compost up there. We need to get it... or we don't need to, but I want to get it fertilized as quickly as I can. I also have come to the decision that come springtime, we're going to plow up, I think it's field 15, the huge humongous grass field. That's going to get turned into a crop field. That field over there is going to get some trees in it. And we're going to potentially be moving very soon as well to... farm on the west coast. I've heard that it's coming on the market. I've put in a bid. It's probably going to be accepted. It's a pretty generous bid, and we'll be moving a lot of the equipment over there. We might get some new equipment. I know the plan was to go from here to Ventonwin, but the west coast farm, I can't really skip that, can I? So we'll be going there first in a change of plans. At the Gyrax we got the Massey. We got the conveyor belt. I genuinely forgot the word conveyor belt. At the industrial estate, loading the compost into the Gyrax. Or Gyrax, or whatever you want to call it, today. We are going to give this field a good covering of compost. I tried using this in the flower majigs, the greenhouses we have. Seriously, what is wrong with me today? Flower majigs? The greenhouses we have, they wouldn't take it, unfortunately. It just wasn't gonna work, so I may do some tinkering, as I want to do, and get that working correctly. I think, just have a look at the drone here. I am missing huge swathes of this field. There we go. Back in line. Spreading at 20 kilometers an hour, not overly fast, but it'll do. There is still some silage needing to be baled up, but I figured you guys have seen enough silage baling for one lifetime. Well, for now at least. I might move on to that in the near future. But I want to try and get this field sorted out and cultivate. I don't think this field needs plowing. I think this field can just be straight cultivated after this. And we can worry about the silage bales later. I think it's just one or two small fields that need to be done. I can do them off camera, no problem at all. It's not going to be a major issue. He says, moving his microphone. There we go. We are going to head back to the industrial estate, refill this, and get moving again. I've got a thermos of tea sat in the side console. Ah, delicious warm cup of tea. Strong as you like, no sugar, bit of milk, delicious. There we go. There's nothing, seriously, if you don't drink tea, or coffee, I guess. Coffee's okay too, I prefer tea, but if you drink tea with sugar, there's probably something wrong with you. Try it without sometime. It's very refreshing and it cleanses your palate. So, some of you might have noticed that I've been streaming Farm Sim the last little while. Simple reason is I've been a bit burnt out of the game. I don't know if I'll stream any this week. It's going to be a Moonbow heavy week anyway, in terms of streams, so I don't know quite what I'm going to do. But yeah, I'm kind of taking a somewhat of a break from Farm Sim. I'm quite enjoying Car Mechanic. If you guys didn't guess from the fact that I've done 2 streams and a video on it so far, there's another video coming tomorrow. I'm really enjoying that at the moment. And yeah, it's good fun working on the cars and dealing with the inane demands of customers. Like, I've had people bring Dodge Chargers to me claiming or complaining that they were loud. I'm like, it's a Dodge Charger. It's an American muscle car. Of course it's loud. That's kind of the point. But if you haven't watched that yet, you really should check out the Car Mechanic video, or I think I didn't put up the first look stream because that was a mess. Because XSplit for whatever reason doesn't like Car Mechanic. Just does not want to work with Car Mechanic, so I abandoned that that stream. Not gonna see the light of day. Same with a couple of Farm Sim streams that I truly regret doing. But I will try and get all the streams that I think are good, I'll put it that way, up on the channel as quickly as I possibly can for your perusement and enjoyment. So it's back over to the field we go now, as careful as I can. Past the horsies. Let's give them a bit of a beep. And somebody asked me to do this in the last video, and I'm not entirely sure why, but beep in cab. That was a legitimate, well, not in the last video, but one of the previous videos. Somebody else just left a comment saying beep in cab. I'm like, it makes no difference. It sounds the exact same. There's nothing magical about it. Yes, I am beeping for every syllable. Badly. Could you imagine driving down the road and, or even just standing at the side of the road and hearing a tractor beeping in a random pattern like that? That'd be kind of odd, wouldn't it? You can see that I'm gonna have to do something to this map, I swear, because there's bits and pieces abandoned all over the shop now. The fertilizer tanks can pretty much go. I don't plan on using liquid fertilizer anymore now that I've got the Compost Master running at 100%. And for those of you that don't know, I have edited the Compost Master script so that I use the compost at a reasonable rate, because I think when you download it, you use compost at, I think it's like 1,000th of what you should, or something incredibly stupid like that. So I copied the numbers from I think it was a manure spreader, and I'm using the correct numbers for compost usage, so it's being used as much as manure would be in this situation. So I'm effectively spreading manure. It acts the same way. So I don't feel like I'm cheating the game at all. I feel like I'm, well, using something that I wouldn't have used anyway, which is the grass clippings from all over the map, and I'm turning it into something useful, which is compost, which is silage, is fertilizer, not silage. So I've got silage on the brain, I swear. But yeah, and you might have noticed that I'm not in character doing roleplay today. That's kind of intentional. Roleplay takes a lot out of me, and I'll want to just have a couple of chill weeks. So this will still be a virtual farming blog, but it's not going to be as roleplay-ish. I'm still going to live within the means of what the farm has, and on that note, because I think I need to cheat in money to buy the rolls and the net wrap in the last video, which was the time lapse. I did have to cheat there, but I don't plan on cheating again. I need to do a quick and simple edit to the map so that I can sell compost. Or compost. That I don't count as cheating, it's just allowing the map to do something which is... You know, you would do it in real life. If you're making as much compost as this farm is, you would make it so that you could sell it. And you would sell it. You know, you'd find a buyer, you'd be selling it, you'd be making, not a lot, but some money out of it. And that's what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to edit one of the sell points to accept compost. Just so that I have somewhere to sell it, and it's probably going to be, I think there's a... Actually, what sell points are there? Because I can talk you through the edits I plan. It's probably going to be like Blue Sphere stores. Does anything actually accept compost at the moment? I think that's possibly manure. Yeah, nothing actually accepts compost at the moment. No, yeah, it's compost. Nothing accepts at the moment. I'm probably gonna make it into the Dalton or Blue Sphere stores, which I'll have a look around. Dalton stores are up here. I'll probably make it Dalton stores just looking at it there. Number one, because it's a shorter drive and there's a lot of compost to sell. Number two, because it would make sense for it to be closer to the village. And the Dalton stores is kind of a farm store kind of place. I'm going to see if I can manufacture myself a sell point for it. In some way, shape or form. Probably by retexturing or taking the default manure sell point, which I don't know if there's one on this map. If there is there? Is there a manure sell point on the map? Oh, it's the BGA. And that's probably down to BGA extension. So there's no real manure sell point as such. Which means that, yeah, I'm gonna probably take the manure sell point, pop it into that area, and code it in so that I can get compost sold there as well. Because it's only, I think, one thing I need to change, and it's actually in GE, so it's not all that difficult. Getting the sell point to work might be a bit more difficult, but that's a problem for another day. Need to move the conveyor belt here. Just nudge it forward a bit more. Got 70-odd thousand litres of compost left here. I'm going to need to probably empty the grasshopper a bit more. 37,500 litres, yep. Grasshopper can be emptied. Let's bring up the HUD, why not? Grasshopper needs emptying. It also needs to be... doesn't need to be refilled. It was claiming earlier that it was like running low on fuel, but it's clearly not. The Massey is now full again. You can see we've gotten minus $2,000. Or £2,000. That's, surprisingly enough, not a big deal. If I need money in a hurry, I can go into the storage here and just take out some cardboard boxes or pallets or something and get rid of them super fast. You may also have noticed, as I've been driving around here, that the honey sell point has been moved. I moved it over to here because it made a bit more sense for it, for all of the bee stuff to be over in this side of the yard. Granted, it looks kind of odd now that it's been magically moved back over here, but it made more sense to me. I think that's a pallet of honey there that I need to sell still, so that's going to be a bit of money. It's going to be a bit of money. I might start stockpiling the honey, as silly as that sounds. Might start just doing something to that. I do want to get, at some point, cows, which means I will have to cheat in a bit of money to get like 20 cows or so. I can't do that, however, until... Realistically, until I got... I've got some silage, which takes 3 days to ferment. Now what I could do, because I saw it there, is I could buy field 4. I could set off the pallets and stuff that I have there, buy field 4 and work with that. And that's a potential thing that I'll do. I'm not 100% sure on kind of a plan moving forwards, but I think buying field 4 is something I could do. It's going to be cost dependent, obviously. I mean, if I can only get together 50 odd grand and field 4 is 500,000, which I doubt, but it could be. I'd expect to be 100,000 or so to get field 4. Then obviously I won't get it, but if I can get somewhere close even. And I do have the load available, so it's... You know, I can work within the game limitations without using... creator tools to do anything silly, and without screwing about too much, I can probably get that field. Even right now, which it could be an option actually. Downside there is I don't have any equipment to actually harvest corn silage right now. Like, there's always a downside to these plans, and the big downside there is I don't actually have anything I could use for it. So that's that done. Let's get over to field. Okay, let's get over to field 4. Let's see how much it is. Let's see if I can buy it, and we'll see then what the cost of. I'll work out what the cost of doing corn silage would be with the absolute cheapest equipment I can get. Which will probably actually mean I'll get this Massey out working again. And it'll probably be a stream doing corn silage on here because it'll be a small harvester. Because the smallest and cheapest one I have, I think, is the Massey harvester, which is going to be slow. Very, very slow. Although I could always, you know, rent something bigger, which I guess is a possibility. But, yes, I left my Steam open. Just hoping Landy doesn't notice and start swearing at me or something. Which he has a habit of doing. Farmland for sale. 170,000. And we can get 900 for fertilizing this field. Hang on a second. Let's get some free money here real quick. Because we can... 170,000... We'll call it 171. 171,000 plus... call that 7,000. 177,000 or 200 okay, 170, yeah, 178,000 effectively, or 219,000 for this, which is probably going to be the same width. 2 meters, 2 meters, yeah, so this is going to be the cheaper of the two options. Or I could always rent, we'll say, yeah, the FR850 costs 32 grand to rent. RSM 1403 costs 19. I kind of think that the Massey might be the best option. Unless the Jag is like 2 or 3 grand to rent. 18 grand to rent that. I'm kind of thinking this harvester might be the best option. How much of a loan do we have available? Whoops. How much of a loan do we have available? By the way, I'm getting used to my new keyboard still, so apologies for derpiness. Let's Let's do this mission for sure. Oh my god, this thing's got dual row crops. For when you absolutely definitely don't want to screw the field up. Holy cow. Yeah, this is somebody who wants the weight of the tire definitely spread. So let's get fertilizing here. By the way, sorry for all the clicking. That is in fact my keyboard. It's not just me clicking my fingers repeatedly. That's what my keyboard sounds like now. For anybody wondering, it's an Alrelli something or other RGB with blue caps, which are just rip-offs of Cherry MX Blues. Cost me €50, including shipping from Amazon. So if you want it, head on to Amazon and have a look. I'll put an affiliate link, but I'm not an Amazon affiliate, and I don't want to set out like that. I am making a mess here. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I think I need more tea. More tea is always an option. More tea. Yeah, delicious tea. Around this corner we go. Try not to screw this field up too much, because I do want to buy this. I just want to get the small bit of free money and free fertilizer out of this mission. That's why I'm not doing it for the money, really. I'm doing it for the fertilizer, which is going to mean more silage. And this is going to be pit silage, because that's the way the cookie crumbles, or something like that. Although, if I were to get... If I were to rent the LT Master, I could... This is the thought process I have now. If I were to rent the LT Master, I could make bale silage out of this. Because that's what the LT Master in real life is used for, is making baled corn silage. Or maize silage, for those of you who prefer the more scientifically accurate term, I guess. So I could in theory do that. This could just be like 2 rounds and I'm done. Especially if I intentionally miss bits. So where to... That's a lot missed there. I don't think that's going to be 2 rounds and I'm done now. Although it might be, because I'm now covering more than I would have done if I was trying to do this correctly. So just so that I know what I'm trying to do here, let's get the camera into a kind of a faux drone kind of mode here. So I can look straight down and see how much I'm missing at a time and how badly I'm doing. Feel free to tell me exactly how wrong I'm doing this, by the way. And how my GTX 980 is not a good enough graphics card for your mod. Because that's not showing up the weaknesses of your mod at all if you say that. Like somebody did the other day. Commented on one of the mod spotlights from the mod contest saying, oh, the problem with this mod is actually it's your graphics card. That's not powerful enough. I'm like, really? Because I've got a 980, and if that's not powerful enough, your mod has serious issues. So unless you've got something like a 1080 or a Titan, you really don't have a leg to stand on with that attempt at rebuttal that failed miserably. I'm not going to say which mod or who, but I mean, from what I understand now, and I had a chat with somebody else about it, I'm intentionally not mentioning names here, but I had a chat with somebody else about it, and apparently the problem that I described in the mod review is actually an in-game problem. It's a problem with the game itself. Now, the modder didn't take kindly to me saying, oh, it's a problem with the mod, which I thought it was, because I'd never seen it before. First time I saw it was with their mod. So naturally, I thought it was a problem with the mod. But claiming that it's my GPU, and fun fact, most YouTubers as a baseline have a GTX 970 or better. So kind of a 1060 plus. It's going to be a YouTuber's computer. We tend to have pretty good rigs. So you go onto a YouTube channel with any reasonable number of subscribers, kind of over 3, 4, 5,000, I guess. They're probably gonna have a 970 or better, or 1060 or better. No time bonus. So let's pull out a loan because we need to pull out the full 200k, and we'll see where we get with that. Oh, I forgot this. Yeah, I forgot Seasons actually extends the loan. So let's buy this field. We now own it. We got 66686. Couldn't have done that if I tried. Magnificent, Dave. Can I... just because so many farmers use the class Jaguar. Let's get a Jag 840. And the configuration, I usually see it, which is standard. And we'll get the class Orbis. Which, granted, I don't generally see the Orbis when I see forage harvesters. It's usually the Pickup 300. Being completely honest, I mean, most farmers around here will do grass silage. There's the odd one or two that'll do pit silage, but they're few and far between. Do I want to get the Ace 10? 20,000 litres. I'm now just looking at... Oh, let's get the Richard Western then. This thing can hold almost 40,000 litres. Let's rent this... Sure, why not get all the things? It's going to be going with a class, so let's get it in puke green. Exactly how disgusting will all that look, I wonder. We'll find out in a minute, because I'm going to bring this over to the shop. Not the shop, I'm going to bring this back over to the industrial estate, just so that it's out of the way. And we can actually get started on the corn silage harvest pretty much immediately. We'll see how well we do. Actually, I'm just looking at the time. We're almost half an hour into the video. Well, I've almost been recording for half an hour at least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start recording Friday's video right now. It's, what, 20 past 10 at night. I don't care. This is back in the industrial estate. It's out of the way. Can stay there. Brakes don't work when your engine's not on. Let's have a look at the Jag at the very least. There's the Jag. There's the Orbis. There's the... oh, good lord, that's disgusting. The puke green trailer with twin radials, I guess that's supposed to be. Galva steel plate things and bits and pieces everywhere. We'll be using this setup minus the 3 bags of seeds. So, go over there. Go over there. Go over there. We'll be using this setup. This setup here in the next video. So until then, I'll leave you by saying, I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Thornton Farm. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye.